Hello everyone, this is Waldorf.
And this is Statler.
And continuing our tactics series, today we're talking about the blocked failed charges.
Right, so
Sounds a lot more complicated than it is.
it is. And basically what we're talking about is when you declare a charge and should you not be able to roll high enough to actually complete your charge, and you have a failed charge, the rules require you to move forward. Basically,
Well, you wheel towards the enemy that you've declared the charge against, then move forward your failed distance.
in your failed distance. And the key there is you have to wheel first. You can't
Correct.
wheel after your movement.
Okay, so based on that, what we've got is a unit of Grail Knights over here on the left. We've got the Nashers, some Boar Boys, and some Feral Orcs up on the top.
Right.
The Boar Boys wish to charge the Grail Knights. Is the scenario we're going with.
Exactly.
And just to show you, they are an inch apart there, they're an inch apart there, so it is a completely legal
So let's set it properly. And we measure and we see what do we need to actually make it, and we determine it's 9 inches plus their movement. So need to roll a 9 to get in
Correct.
with my Swift Stride guys. Roll my dice. Unfortunately, I only roll a 7. Or the best roll, basically a 5.
Yeah,
But
like, wow.
yeah.
Okay. So it's a failed charge. So on the failed charge, you're required to wheel towards the unit and then move.
To make contact.
Well, and part of the wheel that you have to pay for the wheel.
Yes.
But you pay for the wheel towards your enemy until you're lined up on him, and then move forward.
So here I've measured, and it takes me 2 inches, and I need to wheel 2 inches forward to line up on the target unit.
But
Unfortunately, I seem to be on top of the bases of the unit that's next to me.
so therefore, you cannot wheel towards the enemy before you make your move.
Correct.
So in that instance, like there it
Let's
is,
show you.
and you can see you're not lined up on them. Which that means is you return to your position. You do not move at all.
You do not move at all because you still have to it's a failed charge and you have to maintain your distances
Correct.
between units.
Now you say, why is that different from a completed charge? Because a completed charge, you also need to wheel out towards them. You also still have to make that wheel towards them. But on a completed charge,
You can do it at any point.
you can make that wheel at any point. So you're allowed to move forward 4 inches, clear this unit, wheel, and come and hit them.
And then close the door.
And then close the door back into them. So it's different. I mean, it's different than a successful charge.
Because the wheel is at a different time. It's different than a sexual charge, different from a movement.
Yes.
So
And again,
this was one of the interpretations that we saw it in the fact, correct?
correct,
Yeah.
correct. And on the, I'm not sure if it
Was
was
it in
the
the fact,
FAQ
or was it
or
just
is
on
it
the
QA
QA
board or
Yeah,
something.
QA, yes.
But I mean, this was kind of a topic of a little bit of a debate when it first came up.
Right.
The best I can see for this is to stop the shenanigans. Again,
Shenanigans.
a lot of it is to stop shenanigans. 'Cause
Do-do-do-do-do.
normally you would come out 4 inches, clear this unit, make your wheel, and come in. Well, you say, okay, well, I failed my charge. Well, I wasn't going to wheel till I got to here, out here in the middle of the field. So I'm going to come forward straight my full
Right.
whatever. If I rolled a 6 and a 1 and failed it, I'd come forward my full 6. I just didn't decide to wheel yet.
Right.
So it's kind of just stopping that shenanigans where you can try to play with your failed charge and still get something to your advantage.
However, it allows you to do another type of tactic or shenanigans.
Yes.
Shenanigans, is that if you can play your angles right and you choose the order of your charges, you can basically protect yourself to a certain degree
Correct.
and say, well, I'm going to roll for this guy first because if he doesn't make it,
Right.
I don't have to worry about him going out there maybe exposing himself to somebody else
Exactly.
because he's that much closer. Or maybe
Yes.
exposing a flank or something,
Right. So in this case, like I said, I don't really want to leave my line, but I might as well try this charge because if I fail it, I'm not going anywhere.
Right, and then I could actually charge with both units because I picked the order.
Oh, with this, the Savage Orc unit could have charged. I'm sorry, Feral Orcs could have charged something else. You mean?
I was saying I could say both units, both the Nashers and the Boar Boys
Could have charged the.
could declare the charge,
Correct.
but I roll for these guys first.
You do.
Yeah.
Or I mean, that's your choice. Yes. Yeah. Either way.
They fail, so I don't care. I stay where they are,
And now the Nashers try their charge and
Right.
may or may not
and
make it.
maybe they make it. So
But anyway, this is just to point out that on a failed charge, the way it works is you wheel
first,
to maximize, wheel into the like you would have to hit them, and if you cannot make that wheel, you do not move at all.
correct.
All right, simple,
I would simple enough.
clear enough.
Shenanigan.
It is a shenanigan. Anyway, there you have it. Thanks for listening.
Till next time.